consider there were shots fired at the War Memorial, and then he was last seen running, or at least walking speedily across to Parliament Hill. But even a run of that nature would take somebody at least 60 seconds to 90 seconds, and they're carrying a large rifle, according to eyewitnesses, and then getting inside the center block. It does make you wonder, because there are a lot of security on Parliament Hill, as Julie says, many RCMP officers, as well as the guards from the Hill, who I'm not sure whether they are armed or not. They didn't used to be armed, but perhaps they are now, I'm not sure, since 9/11, as Julie says. But nevertheless, the situation appears to have culminated in some kind of exchange of gunfire inside the Parliament buildings, but it's not clear yet, Julie, whether this event is over or not, whether the lockdown has been ended. It clearly hasn't for you. You're still in a room that you can't describe where.
We would know. Yeah, we would know if it was ended. We're being told to sit tight. It's eerily quiet here. I am not allowed out of where I am. I don't know what's going on out there. I'm trying to stay up on things from here, but I saw a whole bunch of employees being evacuated from the building from where I am. I could see them all being kind of escorted out with RCMP, with, I don't want to say machine guns, because I'm sorry, I don't know one gun from another, but they were armed RCMP guards, police, escorting people out of the building. I could see that going on. I've heard that the car that was hijacked belonged to a minister. I've heard which minister, but I don't want to say now unless I get it all confirmed. But we're still in lockdown. We're not allowed to leave. The place is surrounded.
All right.
Yeah.
Listen, Julie, let's leave you be and give you the opportunity to talk to anybody you can from the limited access you have to the situation. Yeah. But clearly, Julie Van Dusen reporting that she heard all these shots that took place inside the center block as well. So keep in mind what we've seen here. We have a situation at the National War Memorial in Ottawa, the memorial that this country built in memory of those who gave their lives in various wars, from the Boer War right through up until Afghanistan. So at that site that is held in such reverence, where the tomb of the unknown soldier is, where tourists come to see Canada's sacrifice in the past, where two guards stand by every day by the National War Memorial, somebody described in different terms by different eyewitnesses, and that's not unusual to have that kind of situation where eyewitnesses tend to see things perhaps a little differently at particular moments. You have somebody come up to those guards and shoot one of them. Upwards of 4 shots heard by one eyewitness. Then immediately following that, other members of the military performing CPR on that soldier who had been wounded, who has since been taken to hospital. We do not know the condition. At that point, the shooter runs across the street carrying a large gun, according to witnesses, a rifle, and then heading towards the Parliament buildings. After that, we have reports, a number of them now, of a major shooting inside the Parliament buildings. The end result of that shooting is unclear, anywhere from 30 to 50 shots fired. So we're staying on top of this as best we can, talking to people who witness different things. Keep in mind that warning, though. Eyewitnesses do recall seeing things. They always do in situations like this, but they don't necessarily see things quite the same way. Here's another witness to describe the scene to us just a few moments ago.
I was just at a manhole inside the gate here, and we heard 2 gunshots over by Wellington, and we saw a bunch of people running, and there was a woman with her stroller and a child, and she was screaming and running, so I was going to go over and help her, but then we saw a man with a mask over his face, well, a scarf, long black hair. He was wearing blue pants and a black jacket, and he had a double-barrel shotgun, and he ran up the side of this building here and hijacked a car at gunpoint. Didn't hurt the gentleman in the car, and then took off towards the back here and headed in that direction towards the construction. And that was the last time I saw him.
So he took the car?
Yeah, he hijacked the car, yeah.
What happened to the guy who was driving the car?
I have no idea. I ducked behind the fence, and when I came back over the fence here, I saw another gentleman leaning up against the fence here. He had the same type of scarf, but he didn't have a weapon on him that I could see. But before I could really get a good like see what he was wearing and stuff. I hopped back over the fence because someone was screaming that he was involved, and then that was the last time I saw him.
So, sorry, could you repeat that? Did you see two different persons?
I don't know if he was involved, but he was wearing the same type of scarf, not the same color, but the same, had the design like the Arabic thing on it, from what I could see. Because I was about 5 feet from the first gentleman that had the rifle, and that was the only guy that I saw that was armed.
So rifle or shotgun?
Shotgun, sorry, double barrel shotgun.
So you didn't, the shooting was...
Yeah, we heard 2 gunshots over there.
Yeah.
And then just people running and screaming. But
All right, we're going to interrupt this eyewitness because the scene, it continues to develop. Rosemary Barton is just outside the Chateau Laurier, which is the hotel just north of the War Memorial. Rosemary, you've got a quick update for us on something that's still happening.
Police are just telling me right now, Peter, that I should get inside, that shots have been fired. You can hear them running. Their weapons are brandished, and they see that they can see them on the roof. The police officer is telling me, he's telling his colleagues to get down. I am, just to remind everybody, at the Chateau, which is close to the east block of Parliament Hill, which is where Senate offices are located, near the War Memorial. They have managed to push everyone back towards the Rideau Center here on Wellington Street. Somehow I've managed to stay near the hotel and outside, but they have told me this guy is still on the loose. They don't know how many shooters there are. They can't be certain. And the guys are trying to take cover as best they can. Just before this happened, they did